Namaste and welcome back to We Mystic. What if I told you that the most groundbreaking ideas don't come from fearless visionaries, but from simple people like me and you? That's the counterintuitive truth at the heart of the Adam Grant's Originals, a book that doesn't just celebrate creativity but dissects it, showing us how anyone can champion new ideas and change the world. Adam Grant is an organizational psychologist and a professor at Wharton University. He explores into what makes an original, those rebels, innovators, and non-conformists who change the world. But here's the thing, they are not who you would expect them to be. They procrastinate, they doubt themselves, and sometimes they even fail. Fail a lot. Grant shatters the myth that originals are fearless risk takers. Instead, they are masterful at balancing risk. Take the founder of Warby Parker. They didn't quit their job to start the company. They tested the waters first, proving that sometimes the best innovators are really very cautious. Grant guides us through parade of original thinkers, showcasing the brilliance and diversity of human innovation and creativity. From philosophers who questioned the essence of existence to artists who painted emotions that words couldn't capture. From scientists who unlocked the secrets of the universe to visionaries who dared to challenge the societal norms. Each example demonstrates the transformative power of originality. Through these stories, Grant reveals the intricate world within the mind of an original thinker. It is a world fueled by curiosity, resilience, and the ability to see possibilities where others see limitations. Every idea is like a thread, weaving into a tapestry of progress that shapes the way we live, think, and dream. So let me shed some light on some of the examples or case studies that Grant discusses and dissects in detail in this book, Originals. Without giving any spoilers, here are some of the ideas that shaped this beautiful book. Although they are not mentioned as chapters as referred in the book, I have segregated the ideas to provide more clarity on what this book has to offer. The first point, the myth of the fearless innovators. We picture originals as bold rebels, but Grant shows us most are surprisingly cautious. Take Warby Parker's founders. While building their $1 million company, they kept their day jobs and even lined up backup plans. Compare that to Segway, a product so overhyped its innovators ignored all feedbacks, convinced it would revolutionize cities. It didn't. The lesson, originals aren't reckless. They are like managers, like risk managers. You know, Airbnb founders who funded their crazy idea by selling presidential themed cereal boxes? That's strategic hustle. The second point in this book is when success breeds failure. Do you remember when crackberry addiction was a thing? BlackBerry dominated mobile phone industry until it collapsed. Why? Grant points a cultural rigidity. Their engineers laughed at the iPhone's touchscreen, calling it a toy. Their CEO refused to adapt, insisting a physical keyboards were non-negotiable. By the way, did you know BlackBerry invented the modern smartphone first? But they were trapped in their own dogma. Grant's research shows that the most original companies like Pixar's avoid this by rewarding dissent. At Pixar, even interns can criticize a film's plot. That's how you stay ahead. The third point in this book, why Disney fired Pixar's genius. Pixar's Toy Story almost died because Disney hated it. Their executives demanded edits to make it cuter. When Pixar's team refused, Disney shut them down. Until a junior employee smuggled the film to Steve Jobs, who forced a compromise. The result? $1 billion franchise. Grant's framework says that vulnerable persistence is the key factor to this. Originals fight for their ideas without burning bridges. They are stubborn on vision but flexible on details. The fourth point in this book is the ice bucket challenge accidental genius. Do you remember this meme raised 220 million for ALS research? Grant reveals it was never planned. The founder just wanted a quirky fundraiser. Then suddenly, a pro golfer's tweet went viral and boom, the history was made. Lesson: originals embrace chaos. They don't wait for perfect plans. They launch, adapt, and ride the wave. The fifth point in this book is how to rebel without getting fired. Speaking up takes guts, but Grant shows how to do it smartly. At Apple, an engineer challenged Steve Jobs' iPhone design by asking, "What if we tried alternatives?" Jobs listened, and the iconic iPhone was born. Contrast that with BlackBerry's engineers who mocked the iPhone's touchscreen as a toy right before their empire crumbled. Disagreeable agreeableness. Fight for ideas, but ditch the ego. As we close the pages of originals, here's what stays with me. True innovation isn't about being the loudest voice in the room or the first to jump. It's about having the quiet courage to question, the wisdom to wait when needed, and the resilience to act when it matters. Adam Grant shows us that originality lives in that beautiful tension between doubt and determination, well, between patience and action. Reading originals left me with this quiet realization. Perhaps we have been telling the wrong origin stories all along. The innovators we admire weren't mythical creatures born with perfect ideas. They were simple people who gave themselves permission to begin imperfectly, to question openly, and to persist intelligently. In a world that often rewards conformity, Grant reminds us that real progress happens when we honor those quiet nudges of dissent within ourselves. When we choose curiosity over certainty and iteration over instant perfection. That's it from my end on this review. If you've already read the book Originals, which concept was the most mind-opening for you? Please post a comment below. Thank you and namaste.